Hi, I'm Karen Kubicko, and today we're going to talk about what happens when you try to remember a past lifetime and you just feel like you're completely all just energy. Whether you're trying to remember a lifetime, whether you're working with somebody one-on-one, like when people come to work with me, or you're listening to a guided meditation, when the information starts to come to you that you just feel like you're floating in nothingness, and you try to see or feel if you have a body of some kind and you don't, and you just feel like you're completely just energy. Well, keep in mind, you are a spiritual being having a human existence once in a while. So when you go to this in-between state or a higher dimensional aspect of you, or you go to a point in your whole soul experience where you are fresh from separating from source. And I want to air quote that because you're never really separated. But it is, you recognize that you're this spiritual being. You're pure unconditional love energy. So if you think about it, every aspect of even our human experience on the atomic level is simply a vibration of energy. So with that being said, underneath this humanness, we're just a vibration of energy on the molecular level, like smaller than an atom even. It's all just a vibration. So remember to click that like button, share this video, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. So when you recognize that you are floating around in this complete nothingness in a past life regression, it is something that when people have this experience happen, sometimes it's complete bliss and it feels very freeing. You don't have a body to worry about. You don't have anything to worry about. You're just floating in the mix of all the energy. Now, if you think about it, we are these spiritual beings having this human existence once in a while. And so when it happens that you recognize that you are this energetic spiritual being, you start to see the energy of you. Well, what is energy, right? So if you think about it, like everything in this whole earth that we live in right now is made up of atoms. And if you go back down into the deep of it, in that scientific, take a deep dive, look at an individual atom, it's simply a vibration. And what's a vibration? It's energy. So it's like seeing a ripple on a calm lake. You see that vibration moving as a ripple of motion on the lake. Or you feel the energy from an electric shock, even a spark of static. And so that's all energy. Even emotion is energy. It's not something that you can hand to somebody wrapped in a present with a bow on top. Here's my happiness, here's my sadness, here's my anger. You can't just hand it to somebody. That emotion is an energetic vibration in a sense. So when you think of yourself as an energetic being and you start to see or kind of feel or know that you're just this energetic being, and it's an interesting thing when you come to that recognition, especially when you're having a past life regression. It can be like confusing because all of a sudden you're like in this huge void of nothingness, but you're consciously aware of it. But it can feel like bliss. However, sometimes when people go to this place and they are in this space of having recognized that they are just pure energy, sometimes people feel lonely. And it's not something they want to continue to stay there and be. They notice that there's no one else around them, and they recognize that there's nothing they can feel or touch. And so it can be a little uncomfortable. So here in this earth experience, we get the chance to interact with people, feel emotions between people, have that physical touch, interact with lots of other humans and animals and plants and crystals and all kind of fun stuff in this earth that we live in. It's so beautiful if we take the chance to look. And we are just surrounded by all this beauty. Pretty big contrast from nothingness. It's almost like you're floating in space, like out in the middle of space, in the middle of nothing. And I'm not exactly sure how to explain what that is exactly, but I definitely know that it's an aspect of who you are. It's part of your whole higher self aspect, but it's still an experience that you've gone through at some point in your journey, in your whole soul's journey in your life, outside of this earth experience. Something to think about. So when you're remembering a past lifetime, you can't dismiss anything that comes to you, because some people might have had this experience and are watching this video and they're like, wow, I actually felt like I saw that or experienced that. It's still like you're remembering a past time where you went through an experience that was impactful in some way to help you understand maybe your root cause of feeling separated and alone, and how in this lifetime you're trying so hard not to feel alone. So you might do anything to get out of that experience of I feel alone because of that original experience. Does that make sense? Everything that comes to you when you're remembering a past lifetime happens for a reason. Your spirit guides and angels are here to help guide you and to give you the information that's going to help you the most in this current lifetime. And stay to the end to click a link to a guided meditation so that you can receive an angelic healing. Lots of love and light to you.